If you have your heart set on an Indian bobber but you lack big bike experience, you have a tough decision ahead. Is the Indian Scout Bobber a good first bike? The Indian Scout Bobber has all the makings of a very good first bike. In particular, the Scout Bobber 60 is an ideal entry to bobber ownership, although all three Indian bobbers are low to the ground and have a smooth power delivery, so despite being big displacement bikes, they are easy to handle. Before you decide which bobber bike will best suit your needs and level of experience, watch this video till the end. In order to answer whether the Scout Bobber is a good first bike, we should first take a look at the spec and riding experience. This will give us a good idea as to what to expect and hopefully answer some of the questions beginner riders would have about the Scout Bobber as their first bike. To start with, the Scout Bobber comes in three variations: the Bobber, Bobber 60 and Bobber 20. I will look at this in a little depth as I walk you through the key features. Is the Indian Scout Bobber a good first bike? Are Indian motorcycles reliable? These engines are known for their smoothness and reliability. Indian Bobber engine. The Bobber and Bobber 20 share a liquid-cooled 1133 cc, 94 horsepower V-twin engine with a peak torque of 97 Nm, and they have a 6-speed transmission. The Bobber 60 has the slightly smaller displacement engine with a liquid-cooled 1000 cc, 76 horsepower V-twin and peak torque of 88 Nm with a 5-speed transmission. The Bobber 60's smaller engine is the big selling point for new riders. The 5-speed transmission is smooth and not off-putting with intense power. The fifth gear acts as an overdrive cruising gear but does not lack any oomph either. The engine certainly has enough power to grow with the rider as confidence increases. The Bobber and Bobber 20's extra gear and 18 horsepower add solely to the top-end performance of the bikes, something that for a novice is not really needed or likely to be used. With that said, even with the bigger engine, the power delivery is smooth and therefore welcoming for all riders. Several Indian Scout Bobber reviewers have commented that under 4,000 revolutions per minute the bike feels like a pussycat, which is reassuring for novices. The decision on which one is right for the rider usually will come down to whether they intend to keep the bike for a long time and whether they are going to do long tours on it. In either scenario, the bigger engine would probably be the Indian to go for. There are, however, other factors to consider. Indian Bobber seat height. The Bobber and Bobber 60 share a seat height of 25.6, compared to the Bobber 20's 27.4. This is down to the Bobber 20 coming with a floating style saddle seat which adds the extra 2 inches. When I spoke to some new bobber owners in Indian riders' Facebook groups, the best selling point for them was the low seat height, being able to flat-foot the bike, which boosts confidence in slow maneuvers. A smooth power delivery and that low seat height has made the Indian Scout Bobber 60 popular with women riders. Indian Bobber weight. Another key point made by new riders was the Bobber's weight. Fully loaded, the bikes weigh in at Bobber 60 249 kilograms, Bobber 251 kilograms, Bobber 20 257 kilograms. Neither of these is the lightest of bobber bikes available, which may lead to concern about maneuvering it out of the garage or other tight spots. However, the low height of these Indian bobbers, on the whole, cancels out the weight as an area of concern. The bikes are really well balanced and carry their weight low down. It is easy to pop both feet down if you feel a bit wobbly at slow speeds. Once in motion, the Indian Bobber's weight disappears completely as the ride is smooth and easy to handle, so it doesn't feel threatening, which is a huge comfort to the new rider. ABS. The three Bobber's base cheapest models do not come with ABS in the US. However, they do come with ABS in the next price bracket up and all color varieties. This is not the case in the UK and the rest of Europe, where all motorcycles, including Indian and Harley-Davidsons, come with ABS as standard due to EU regulations. It is worth noting that ABS for new riders is worth the investment, as it adds just an extra level of security when braking. Simply, it stops the wheels locking when braking so they maintain grip on the road. This is especially helpful for novices getting used to the roads and handling everyday traffic situations that may require swift braking. How much is an Indian Scout Bobber? The base prices for the three Indian Bobbers are Indian Bobber 60 minus $8,999 MSRP with abs $9,799. Indian Bobber minus $10,999 MSRP with abs $11,899. Indian Bobber 20 minus $11,999 MSRP with abs $12,899.